Hi everyone, I'm Janice, and today me and my group members, Yingjie, Kobe, Karen, and Hui Hui, we will be discussing organ donation from an ethical perspective, and I'll start by giving a quick overview. Alright, so what is organ donation? Organ donation is, according to the definition from World Health Organization, it is when a person gives their organs or tissues to help someone who needs a transplant. This can help while they are still alive or they pass away. And why is it important to talk about this in Malaysia? In Malaysia, not many people sign up as organ donors. Back in 2013, there were only 0.5 donors per million people, which is much lower than the global average. So it's an issue that really needs more attention. And what's stopping people from donating organs? Many people hesitate because of cultural or religious beliefs. Some worry that donation might go against their religion, or they are unsure how it affects them after death. These beliefs can create ethical dilemmas about whether organ donation is right or wrong. Why should we raise awareness? By raising awareness and educating the public, we can clear up some of these misunderstandings, and this might encourage more people to see organ donation as a way to help others and maybe even save lives. So, in our presentation today, we'll be exploring both the ethical concerns and legal policy perspectives when it comes to organ donation. That's all from me, and I'll pass it to Carrie.
Okay, thank you, Janice. So I'll continue with the ethical perspective of consequentialism, which is an ethical theory that decides whether an action is ethical or unethical based on its consequences. So in simple words, if the action brings good more than bad, it considered ethical. So when we look at organ donation, if organ donation brings more positive consequences compared to the negative one, it considered ethically right. So now let's look at the positive consequences. Okay, so firstly, organ donation saves life. Many patients in Malaysia wait months or even years for a suitable donor. Therefore, from a consequentialist view, helping someone's life is a strong ethical reason to support organ donation. Second, it helps reduce the burden on the healthcare system. More successful transplant means that fewer people needing long-term treatment like dialysis. Therefore, this saves money and resources, which can be used to help other patients. Third, it helps build a caring and connected society. So organ donation encourages values like kindness and compassion, which brings people together. Lastly, it reduces black market demand. When more people donate legally, there's less need for illegal organ trading, which makes the system safer for everyone. However, consequentialism also looks at the negative consequences. First, there is family pressure. Some people might feel emotionally forced to donate and feel that they have no freedom to say no, which can cause stress and make the decision feel less free. Second, there is mistrust in the healthcare system. Some people have a fear of being treated as a donor first and a patient second. They worry that doctors won't try their best to save them if they are organ donors. This fear can stop people from registering. Lastly, religious or cultural belief may discourage organ donation. If these beliefs are not handled with care, they may lead to public rejection. So that's all from me. I will pass it to Hui.
Alright, thank you, Curry. So now I'm going to talk about ethical perspective of deontology. Deontology is also called duty ethics. The ethic originates from the word deon, which is from Greek, abiding duty. It put emphasis on the intrinsic value of individuals, the duty of individual liberties, and the importance of patient's autonomy, which means the patient has the decision either to donate or to not donate. So, should people be required to donate, or is it their right to refuse? From the perspective of deontology, individuals who hold the moral duty to help people who are in need may view organ donation as a moral obligation. However, not all the people have the same view. Some people think organ donation is not an obligation for them. So, organ donation should not be mandatory, as it may violate the individual's autonomy, as people may not have the intention to practice organ donation. Alright, despite organ donation is a kind act, we still have to respect everyone's decision. Okay, now, as we are in Malaysia, Malaysia consists of different religious backgrounds, which is Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, and Hinduism. Mostly, these religions support the act of organ donation. For example, Islam. The Fatwa community of the National Council for Islamic Religious Affairs allows organ donation for Muslims, which means Muslims are allowed to donate their organs to non-Muslim or vice versa. For Christianity, Christians view organ donation as something good and a way to follow Jesus. According to Matthew 10:8, Christians are asked to help those who are in need and those who are sick. Next, Buddhism. The decision to donate organs is up to their own. The act of donating organs is highly encouraged, and there is no law and tradition that goes against it. Next, lastly, Hinduism. It has the same view as Buddhism, thinking that the act of donation is up to one's decision too. Hinduism also view organ donation as a very selfless action to people who are in need. Thank you. I'm gonna pass the slide to Kobe.
Okay, now I will continue with the legal and policy perspective. So in Malaysia, organ donation is under the Law of Human Tissue Act 1974. So this law allows the hospital to take the organ donor for a person who passed away, but it's only when the person signed the consent form or the family is allowed. So however, the law does not consist a living donor, which, for example, if a person wants to donate their donor for their kids to save their life, this under the hospital ethical committee to agree about it. So it's not illegal, but it is not protected by the Malaysia law. Now we continue with the opt-in system. Opt-in system is used in Malaysia, which means that if a person wants to donate their organ after death, they need to register to become an organ donor. However, there's only 2% of Malaysians have registered. Why is it so low? It is because that there's low awareness, family objections, and some of it is cultural and religious sensitivity. So even if someone wants to donate their organs, but the family does not agree about it, the family still can override their wishes. Now let's continue with the comparison with other countries. So comparing with Spain use opt-out system, which means that everyone is considered a donor, but unless they say no, only that they no need to donate. Their country able to have more higher donation rates. It succeeds is not because of the law, it's because they have strong public trust and also good education about organ donations. Experts also state that just changing the law does not really enough. Without the public trust and high educations at the organ donations, the opt-out system won't really work well. Now let's continue with the ethical concerns. So first is the informed consent. So in Malaysia, even if a person registers as a donor, the family can still cancel it. So it's bring a big question, who should have the final say? Now second is the autonomy and social benefit. Should we really respect a person's choice even if the organs could save many lives? Last is the justice and fairness. We must make sure that the organs share fairly. No one should be treated differently because of their race, religious, and incomes. Now to wrap up everything, we go to the global comparisons. So in Spain, they have a highest donation rates. They use the opt-out, but they also have a strong public education and trust in the system. Iran has a very different model. They allow regulated payment for kidney donors. Incontroversial, but it has eliminated their kidney waiting list. Last is in Malaysia. We are still using the opt-in system. It's safe and follows the law, but it also limited. So to improve this, we need to reform our laws to cover both living and deceased donations, raise public awareness, and make sure our policy are cultural sensitive and ethically fair. Now I'll pass it to Yingjie to continue the conclusion.
Thank you, Corinne. So, to conclude our presentation, organ donor is a significant issue in the Malaysia context. So, it helps save lives, reduce pressure on the healthcare system, and encourage values like kindness and altruism. However, Malaysia is still have a very low disease donor rate with less than 1 donor per million people. This is mainly due to cultural myths and misunderstandings about religion, even though many major religions in Malaysia actually support organ donation. So this shows the need to balance two ethical perspectives. Consequentialism support organ donation because of life-saving outcomes. On the other hand, deontology reminds us to respect personal autonomy and beliefs. So while organ donation should be promoted, it must always remain voluntary and ethically informed. So now we propose 4 main recommendations to improve the current situation. Firstly, we recommend updating the Human Tissue Act 1974 to make legal consent clearer and raise ethical standards. Second, we suggest promoting culturally inclusive public education. This includes using mass media, workplaces, and involving religious leaders to spread correct information. Third, we propose piloting an opt-out donation system with proper public consultation with ethical safeguards. So lastly, we recommend providing ethics training for healthcare professionals to build trust and ensure informed consent is carried out properly. So in conclusion, organ donation is not only a medical issue, but also a legal, ethical, cultural one. By improving policies, raising awareness, and respecting personal religious belief, Malaysia can move towards a more effective and compassionate donation system. So that concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening, and we hope that our poster help raise more awareness on these important ethical issues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.